Hola mis amigos and welcome to Dream Chaser Travels. Bienvenido a Dream Chaser Travels. In today's video, I'm going to talk about my 8 favorite things about living in Mexico. So let's get started. Empecemos. So one of my very favorite things, which is the first thing I'm going to talk about, is the food. La comida mexicana, Mexican food. It's probably one of the greatest things about Mexico. There's so many different options and different kinds of foods that I didn't even know existed before I came here. And it's so much different than the Mexican food in the United States. It's so much better. The food is incredible. This brings me to another one of my favorite things about living in Mexico, and that's the prices. The prices here are incredible as well, especially compared to the United States prices that I'm used to. For example, I can go get a whole meal. I can go get, let's say, 3 tacos. 3 tacos and a large drink for about $3 American for everything. 3 tacos and a large drink. And that's just incredible because in the United States, 3 tacos and a large drink, we're looking at probably $8, $9, $10. It's a huge difference. So that's one of my other favorite things about Mexico. Now, one of my other favorite things about living in Mexico is the nature, the beauty in the nature. Mexico is full of so many different beautiful things and beautiful places. Now, I have the privilege of living in Isla Mujeres, where there's beaches and beautiful water, and it's incredible. But I know that there aren't beaches everywhere in Mexico, but there's plenty of other beautiful things. But in my case, the beaches, the cliffs, the just everything, the beauty of life on an island it's just incredible. That leads me to another one of my favorite things about living in Mexico, and that is the sunsets. For me, at least, in Isla Mujeres, every night the sunset is different and beautiful. Every night. No matter if there's clouds or if it's just a perfectly blue sky. The sunset is always beautiful. So one of my favorite ways to end my day is to either go up to my rooftop, maybe go to a park, go over to the coast of the island, or many times I go to the beach and just watch the sunset. It's a great ending to my day. It helps me relax, and so it's truly an amazing part of living life on an island in Mexico. All right, número 5, number 5. One of the main reasons that I can enjoy the sunsets is because of the weather. The weather. The weather is one of my favorite things about at least the region of Mexico that I live in. It's almost always sunny skies, nice warm weather, year round, almost always. And for me, from Tennessee, we have 4 seasons. And I'm not against 4 seasons. However, I love summer. And so here in Isla Mujeres, it's always summer. It's awesome. It really is. I can enjoy going outside every single day. Now, there are occasional hurricanes that you kind of have to watch out for. I've been here not even 3 months yet, and I have been through 2 hurricanes.
All right, it's 5:45, and it's definitely hitting hard now. So I'm in my bathroom, just because I started hearing stuff and seeing stuff fly up on the roof, the metal roof that's in front of my hotel. So, like the awning, and that's pretty close to my window, so I came in here.
Now, that is super rare, but you see that you always kind of have to be on the lookout for hurricanes from May through the end of November. That's hurricane season. Number 6. Number 6 is history. Mexico has so much history. There's so much that I've learned since I've been here that I didn't know anything about before. For example, I had the opportunity to go to the Chichen Itza, which is pretty much Mayan temples and just an area where the Mayan people of Mexico um, used to live and congregate. And actually, there's a lot of cities around the Chichen Itza that are still inhabited with Mayan people. So I personally didn't know all of that. So that was something really cool for me. The Chichen Itza is about 3 hours away from Cancun, Isla Mujeres. Um, but that was super interesting for me to learn. And, another thing is, there's a lot of colonial cities that have such a rich culture. And when I went to the Chichen Itza, I had the opportunity to go to the colonial city of Valladolid, which is another colonial city, one of the more famous colonial cities in Mexico. There's cities like Mérida and Valladolid and places like that that have a colonial architecture. But I just found that super interesting, the culture there. And so it's really incredible to learn about the history of Mexico. And that's something that I love that I didn't even expect when I came here. History takes me right into number 7, plazas, town squares. I love las plazas in Mexico. The town squares. Every town, or most towns in Mexico, have this little park, you could almost call it, a little square, where lots of times there's a church in the little town square. But I love these places because they are so full of culture. There tends to be people that are selling food there from their little vendors. There's normally kids playing and families sitting, eating ice cream, just different things like that. And that's part of the culture of Mexico. Families hanging out, enjoying time outside. It's really, really cool to see because we don't really have these in the United States. We don't have these little plazas or town squares. So I love those. I've only had the chance to see 2, the one in Isla Mujeres in Centro, downtown, and the one in Valladolid. But both of those are so rich and full of culture. Alright, last but not least. In fact, this is my number 1 favorite thing about Mexico. And that is the people, la gente de Mexico. The Mexican people are so friendly, so loving, and so welcoming. Everywhere I've gone, I've felt welcomed. And so I just want to say that Mexico without the people is nothing. The people are the greatest thing in this country. And that's why I'm so grateful to live here. So if you're Mexican, I just want to thank you because so far, your people are amazing. And while I could continue going on and on about why Mexico is so great, those are just a couple of my favorite things. My top 8 favorite things about Mexico and about living in Mexico. So I hope you all enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. And I hope that encourages you all to maybe go and experience new places, do new things, because it's so worth it. Vale la pena. It's worth it. It's worth it. So, look, I've chased my dream, and I just want to encourage you all to always chase your dreams.